NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin was in court for all of this today. He joins me with much more. One question: did anybody laugh at the notion of what the defense attorney opened this case with?
Yeah, sudden, unexplained death. I think a lot of people were walking in today wondering what he was going to say, because remember, it was just a couple of weeks ago that suddenly Brian Walshe said, I admit to disposing of the body and I admit to lying to police, but I did not murder Anna Walshe. So we were all sort of wondering, okay, well, then what is he going to say? Like, how does he get out of the murder? This was it. I mean, this was the defense. This is what the defense attorney said in the opening statements. And that she suddenly died, and apparently there's going to be medical experts. But you got to think about this, Ashleigh. I mean, they never found the body. You said that. So if they bring in these medical experts to talk about sudden, unexplained death, like, what can they even go off of? There's no body. There's no reports. There's nothing.
I think the problem, Brian, and you and I have been through this a few times, is that when you are an exquisite liar like this guy, and that's by his own admission. He's already told us that he's been lying through his teeth all the way from the moment she disappeared to the moment that he's now having to face the music of how she died. Why on earth would anybody believe this load of garbage? She's partying with another friend. They have another friend over till 1 o'clock in the morning having a lovely New Year's Eve, and then suddenly, just like Tammy Daybell, she's dead, and even using the term rolling off the bed. It's as though he read Chad Daybell's defense.
I mean, the defense attorney used the word nudged. Nudged her once, nudged her twice. She wasn't moving. Nudged her a third time, and she rolled off the bed. She was nudged a third time, and that rolled her right off the bed. The whole thing was bizarre. And then the way they described the New Year's Eve, it was this beautiful dinner. There were no issues in the marriage. The defense attorney said there was no issues with the cheating. We know there was cheating. There were no money issues. There was a ton of money issues. They were so happy. He was dealing with federal charges for selling fraudulent artwork. She had another boy. I mean, there were all sorts of issues. Sorry, I'm a little sick. My voice sounds weird. But, you know, and then he apparently goes down to do the dishes like 1, 2 in the morning, like such a good husband, goes up late and then gets in bed, and she's got, I keep writing it down, sudden, unexplained death, like it's some kind of, you know, medical term.
So listen, I think that the most damning stuff is something we already just heard, you know, brought up in court. It's the searches. It's the internet searches that are done within hours of that house guest leaving at 1:30 in the morning. And I think the first searches are somewhere around 4 or 6 in the morning, right? Just hours after she's dead. How long do I have to wait to inherit? When does the body start to smell? What's the best way to cut up a body? But this one was my favorite, and I'm going to read it because I missed it the first time round, and I caught it today. Best way to dispose of body parts after murder. Those are his words, Brian Entin. Best way to dispose of body parts, not after accidental suds, not after accidental nudging makes her roll off bed, after murder. How are they going to get past that little note that he made to himself after murder?
Yeah, and I wrote them all down. I mean, there were so many searches, all the ones you said, how long does DNA last? Is it possible to clean DNA off of a knife? I am the user of my wife's credit card. She is missing, he searched. And they go on. And the defense attorney just tried to make it sound like, oh, yeah, but, you know, he was just trying to figure things out. And he kept making the point, he did this for the boys. He did this for the little sons, because he thought if he didn't dispose of the body, then it would all come back to him when this was all just, you know, a tragedy. It was the sudden, unexplained death syndrome. So he was doing this to protect his little boys, the defense attorney said.
Sure. What I find suddenly unexplainable is why this loving husband who's had a wonderful dinner doesn't grab the phone and call 911 if suddenly the wife beside him isn't moving, because that's generally what reasonable people do. And if there are 12 reasonable people on that jury, they're going to look at the guy and say, I smell Chad Daybell all over you, fella. There's no death penalty in Massachusetts. That may be the only difference here. Brian Entin, thank you so much for this. Keep bringing it to us. It's an incredible case.
Thanks, Ash. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.